We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
All right.
And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go right back to Mixon. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and 5.
All right.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. He is in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Slot receiver, headed right. Now he's loose at the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Motion man, sent right. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it. And the defender got there first, and fortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here now, 3rd and 5. He's got that complete to Knox. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game. Like, I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. Now it is 1st and goal. Again, it's Allen to the air. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
And his coach is livid. And I got to be honest, Mike, I don't blame him. There is a very fine line between being a playmaker and being reckless. And I think here, you've got to just accept this play is over, live for the next down, and you cannot afford now to take your team out of the red zone.
Alert! Look out!
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Pass. We go.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First and 10.
Here we go. Bucky. Why, Tony.
Throwing is Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline, and that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return.
You got a pony, brother.
Following that dangerous throw of their own, and at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
So, on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
Alert! Middle. Half 85. We go.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Once again, it's Cook. come up now for second down and 4.
Stop. 56. What is that?
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Allen on third down. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
Here we go. Let's go. Where's the hot?
Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Middle. Look out.
On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now Allen on first down. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4.
Regular. Sunday. Out.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Hey, hold.
At the 24-yard line.
Middle. Gun. half, 10. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide. What's that?
Allen going to throw again. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Tight end going in motion here.
What's that?
He'll get this out wide. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Bills. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And third down coming up. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter.
You got a point, bro.
And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock.
I got you, brother. I got you.
On comes the punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. On first down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Hey, tight. Half. Middle. Go.
Allen working from the pistol. A short throw caught by Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now this looks like a design run, and that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
They'll go play action here with Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Sunday pass interference.
For his tight end, Dawson Knox. It's second down.
Alert! 5 wide.
Allen going to give it to Cook. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackle there by Will Anderson. Got to get it to the 30.
56.
Here comes third down.
Hey, tight. Look out.
From the gun, it's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, home. Regular. What's that?
Off the play fake, here's Allen. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They send him right out of the slot. On third down, it's Josh Allen. That one caught. It's Knox, the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Buffalo. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 35. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, is really just
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was.
of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's Mixon. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down.
On the quick, right?
On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
All right.
This one complete to Jordan. And he's in! Brevin Jordan. Touchdown, Texans.
Son's brain must be glistening or something, son. Why would they make my man run into the kick away after the play?
Downfield strike for a touchdown, but sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch.
They literally made my man just run into the kicker for no reason.
Defense gives them, and you have a playmaker like that on the outside. They can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and end result is still a touchdown.
This shit getting horrible, man.
We are all square. 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Here's Allen. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the... Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point.
Son, this dude really 99 everything, and they literally just be making him throw so inaccurate. I just don't understand.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on.
Son, it's been happening all season.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On play action, Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a 1st down, but a really solid pickup. And
so basically, it's supposed to be anything before the 50.
That when the ball
And it's like, I think it's like 4th and 2. Anything before the 50, if you got 4th and 2, you gotta you can go for it. Anything beyond that, you can't go for it.
Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Hold up, bro. I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I don't want to lie to you, brother. Rules. 4th down rule. What they say? 4th down rule. Can go for it and 4th down. Okay. We can go for it after the 50 anytime. Yeah, after the 50 anytime.
The Texans set to punt this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Here comes a return. Oh, looks like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And a short pickup there to about the 36. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Half 85, half 85.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's going to let this one go deep.
I pressed the wrong button.
And the Texans are going to take over.
I pressed the wrong button. I pressed the wrong button.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A massive play here. Late tie game. 3rd down. To throw is Stroud. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, hold. Middle, gun. Half 10. Go.
From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete. Now, a big 3rd down.
Alert! Off 52. Half.
They'll drop to throw. Again, working deep downfield.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they want to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. But now as this 4th down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
And it's a decent return. Get some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10.
Hold it.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Here's Mixon. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Hold it.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. He's looking for Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield. And now it's 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll take this in back at the 16. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's second down. That's quickly out to Harrison. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On second down, Allen. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Going to need a big play now. Third down and long. Man in motion, heading left. On third down, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And here we go, fourth and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Stretching the field is Knox. He'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds to go. They'll try again here. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Oh, what an unforced error at an unintentional.
So you should have saw how fast that fucking thing came back.
Out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. Here's first down.
All right. Why, Tony. Mikey Tyson.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete.
GG, son.